Hey everyone, welcome back to the Might and Magic 6 Completionist Run. This video, as I mentioned in the last episode, is going to be a low-stress episode where we're going to be focused mainly on one thing, and only one thing. We're going to be visiting every region in Enroth and drinking from every fountain, mainly to fill out all of, or as many of these notes as we can, but also it's useful to know what all of the fountains do, and besides, it's gonna give us an excuse to go around and just do a bit of sightseeing, just seeing all of the different locales that the game has to offer. I mean, we could go ahead and do it just now, but it's 1 a.m. It's pretty dark, so I think it would be better to just rest for the night. And the other thing that resting does is that it gets rid of all of our buffs, which normally isn't something I want, but not having the buffs means it'll be easier to know when fountains are giving us temporary stat bonuses to measure exactly how much they're giving us. Because they might not always necessarily say off the bat exactly what they're doing. Alright, now what I want to do is I want to cast Fly and Wizard Eye, and I'm going to check. Are there fountains in New Sarpegal other than these three in the town? And we can kind of get a sense of what fountains look like. In this case, they have this graphic. It's hard to tell the difference between the fountain and the house, but if you look closely, you can see that the fountain has a bit of blue in it. So just to refresh our memory, this one will restore hit points. This one will restore spell points. Let's also cast Wizard Eye like I said I would. This one I think will give us some sort of temporary bonus. Plus 10 temporary might. And I'm sure we'd already had those from before, but we might as well just drink from all of them. Some of them will be ones we've already encountered. The way I'm going to do this is I will first go to the 6 locations that you can get to via town portal, and then I'll start going to the other regions. And I'll just go in a kind of counterclockwise circle, going like this, ending at Freehaven. No particular reason to do it that way, just felt like it. And there's a fountain right in the center. That restores spell points, and let's check the map. Let's get into the habit of seeing where there might be fountains. Now in this town, it's interesting because it also has these things which, as far as I can tell, will only poison you. I don't know. I mean, it's obviously not a perception check because Alexis with Master Perception also got poisoned. So unless there's some really deeply hidden secret to this, it looks like all it's doing is poisoning us. And possibly all of them will do the same thing. Now there are these ones, it seems, don't do anything. This is the Guild of Water, I believe, the Initiate Guild of Water. So they, it seems, are regularly cleaning this this water pool outside their establishment, which speaks well to them. It shows that they are keeping up on their maintenance. And we already drank from the one in the middle. There are a couple other fountains by the palace where Albert Newton is residing. Let's walk there. What I'm gonna do in this video is, as much as I possibly can, instead of flying, I'm gonna walk. Just to give us a more grounded perspective, seeing the game from a more immersive vantage point. What does this one do? Elemental resistance and intellect and personality, both, of course, are temporary benefits. As we've already seen, fountains can not only give us benefits, but can also give us harmful effects. We've already seen the troughs in the Misty Islands that poison us without seemingly doing anything useful. Let's see if maybe any note for them has appeared in our fountain notes. It doesn't appear so. So it looks like those poisonous troughs are not even considered worth cataloging by the game. I think that's enough for Mist. Let's now go to Silver Cove. Should be quite a few over here. Now that we've killed off all the what was I gonna say? All the gargoyles, and indeed every other hostile on this map, we can explore freely without worry. And in Silver Cove, I believe there are not only fountains but also wells. And well, there's a fountain right in the center of town which will restore some spell points. But if I remember correctly, there was a well somewhere maybe in the northwest part of town, or somewhere around here. Let's see if we can identify it on the map maybe. What on the map looks like it might be a well? This little dot over there looks like it might be a well, and indeed we are correct. That gave us intellect and personality, which is helpful in this map in particular because the master merchant trainer is here, and they require you to have a minimum of, I think, 30 personality before they will give you the master training. I'm gonna break my own rule and fly a little bit just because I don't want to cast Water Walk just for the purpose of getting here. But these fountains, nobody's gonna benefit from these because these are the ones, I believe, raising speed and accuracy, which we've already had a drink from. Indeed, we had a long, drawn-out saga just to get us into a situation where we could drink from the speed well. Let's confirm. Yeah, accuracy and speed from Silver Cove. I started out the game giving everyone 25 speed, which is a very big boost at the beginning of the game, but I didn't realize that it would make us all ineligible from drinking from that well. Ineligible to drink from that well, rather, I should say. And so in order to get the note for that well, I actually had to drop one of the characters' speed below 15, and unfortunately that had to be Serena, but you know, that's all in the past. Our stats are looking okay now. What does this fountain all the way over here do? It makes you insane, and the person who drinks it says "wow" in capital letters. Now the thing about insanity is, sadly, it will also make us weak. It's not too much of a problem. Again, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be doing something else. If you meet the right conditions, maybe it does something else. I'm less familiar with the specificities or the specific details of which fountains do what under what circumstances. Now, do we get a note for that? Let's see. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. But it would seem the ones that are just giving you negative effects without actually doing anything for you don't get their own notes in the journal. By the way, let me briefly detour back to New Sarpical because there are 2 wells over here which I drank from at the beginning of the game. This one was the one which would raise your luck if your luck was below a certain level, and this one, I think,
what can I do for you?
We might even be able to re-demonstrate it.
Insufficient funds.
This one was the one where you would get 100 gold. Yes, it resets possibly when the area resets or possibly over some period of days.
What can I do for you?
But yes, that well will give you 100 gold if you go to it
Insufficient funds.
without any gold in your possession. Now, that one sadly also does not get its own note. So a lot of these fountains aren't even acknowledged by the game, which might make you wonder, and I wouldn't argue with you too much that if the game is going to do that, then why even bother giving yourself the added objective of getting these notes if it's going to be an incomplete list and the whole project is doomed from the start? Well, I mean, I'm just trying to get as many of them as I can. And if I can get all of the ones that the game has, regardless of whether the game itself has chosen not to document certain others, if I've at least gotten all the ones that the game has, then I can consider that part complete. Again, let's save, let's keep that save because it's from our previous episode. Let's drink from this. That is one of the fountains that gives you a permanent boost, but then kills you. So, luckily, we have someone who can raise the dead. And let's have Serena drink from it as well. And now let us raise her also from the dead. And now we can raise the other 2. It seems your temporary bonuses are maintained even if you die and come back. And
Can we assist you?
ooh, that is
Luck be with
a lot for only restoring weakness. So we'll wait on that. Let's save again. And it's a similar situation with this fountain, where you will get permanent might, but then get killed. And you're gonna have to raise your characters from the dead, either yourself or from a temple. Generally recommended to do it yourself because it can get pretty expensive to do it from a temple. And I was careful to do it in this order, having everyone except Serena drink, because she could then raise dead. If I had made the mistake of having both Serena and Roderick drink, then none of these other 2 would be able to raise dead, and I'd have to go to the temple, and that would just be a pain. So that's these 2 fountains dealt with, and I think because Alexis died, then her spells have been made to expire, so we have, or have they? Because Wizard Eye is still there, but Fly seems to have been negated. So, that's That's interesting. We'll see. I think there's going to be at least one other well that will have an incapacitating effect like that. Or, you know what? Let's do some experimentation. So, this will ensure that both Wizard Eye and Fly are currently being cast by Alexis. Make sure this is the correct save. Yeah. If I drink from this, it will indeed take Fly away, but not Wizard Eye. That is... I mean... That is so specific that I'm not sure if it's useful to know, but it's interesting to know. Alright. Now going back to this well. What does this do? It will spawn enemies. Okay. And these are all high tier enemies, as tends to be the case with the things in the game that are scripted to spawn enemies. They are the strongest variant, similar to the well in Freehaven that spawned fire archers. This one is bringing out Magyar matrons, which were actually pretty deadly to us when we were in this region early on, but at this stage we don't, like, we're not even under the effect of our strong buffs, you know, Day of the Gods, Hour of Power, and still they're not posing any challenge to us. The only thing is it's slow because our speed bonuses, our recovery bonuses, aren't in effect. But you know what, it's fine, we'll just take them out. And I guess it's convenient that there are a bunch of Magyar matron corpses right here in this town, because this is the town portal destination. And if we ever get a bounty to kill a Magyar matron, then we can just portal there, and there will be one right there. We're just gonna walk over now to the place where Von Stromgard's castle is. And over here is what appears to be a single fountain. First of all, let me see. The one that spawns monsters. Again, it seems that it's not considered worthy of tracking by the game. Let's drink from this fountain, see what it does. It will give temporary might. And that should have shown up, yes indeed, from the fountain west of Castle Stromgard. Are there more fountains? Well, there are these two. And no doubt there are some in this town. So I'm not gonna walk all the way down there. I mean, it's just two fountains on an island. I'll save my walking mainly for when we're in or around cities. And if we're just traversing the landscape, then I will permit myself to fly. Okay. And have I overshot? No, I need to go south. Alright, what are these fountains doing? Let's bring ourselves down. Speed and accuracy. Oh, sorry. Again, my lamp has unfortunately been hit by me again. Armor class temporary. Alright. And, I mean, I could, every time I drink from a fountain, check to see if it's shown up here. Most of them will show up here, but some of them might not. But I think a better way to do it will be to go to all the regions, drink from all the fountains, and then just look through the entire list right at the end. Because there are a couple interesting things about the list itself that I need to talk about. Other than, you know, the fact that it's a bit kind of inconsistent in terms of which fountains it includes and which ones it doesn't. I thought this might be a fountain, but it was just a bale of hay. There's something over here. This might be another one of those that spawns monsters. Indeed it was. Fire archers are not too scary to us. We can just walk around and hit them. And I'm careful to click on them because I don't want to shoot, because we have 2 characters with carnage arrows and we have a place with civilians walking around. So I'm gonna get next to them in melee range and then click on them,
Yes, we got him.
making sure that we are not inadvertently killing any civilians. Is there anything else on this map that looks like it might be a fountain? Not seeing it. So I think we're done with Whitecap. Again, I was going in this kind of a pattern, so let's go to Blackshire, which should have a few things to drink out of. Let's see what's going on with this well first. It gives permanent magic resistance, and all it does is gives you the diseased effect. That's actually... I'm okay with that. That's the not too onerous a condition to get rid of. This one, if memory serves, is a bit more tricky. So it will give you temporary magic resistance and then turn you into stone. Because it's only temporary, there's no reason to... Oh, I cast the wrong spell. I cast turn to stone instead of stone to flesh. I guess one reason to have... You know what, here's what I'll do. I'll have everyone drink it except for Zoltan, just so you can see what this version of their portrait looks like, because that is something we might not see anywhere else. And then I'll fix up Alexis and drink with Zoltan. And now you can see what he looks like as a statue version of himself. And now we can fix everyone up. Just waiting for one of these two to recover. And we've dealt with that. I think there is a fountain over here. So once again, because... Oh, okay, we gotta cast Fly again, because this spell will be voided if the person who cast it has become incapacitated. Ooh, but before we do that, there is one more well over here. Let's see what this one does. Temporary luck. Alright. That's good. Now we're gonna fly over here, because it looked like there might be a fountain on the ground. Indeed, there is. Let's sit ourselves in front of it. What does this do? Intellect and personality permanent. And again, all we have to deal with is the diseased condition. Alright, that's that is good to know. Alright. Next... is this I don't think this is a fountain. I think this is an inn, but let's check. I had my cursor over a spot on the south of the map. Just for peace of mind, I'm gonna fly down there. It won't take too long. Just a few moments. We need to go this way. And if we start coming down, we should see it, right? The road is there, and indeed, that is just an inn. But let's consult the map and make sure there's nothing in the southern portion that looks like it could be a fountain. I guess we should check this part of the map. Again, just to be thorough. I don't think there will be anything there, but you never know. Yeah, I know, this isn't exactly exciting gameplay, but I warned you about it beforehand. This is gonna be a chill video. We're just gonna take it easy, you know, and just fly around in areas where we've already killed everything. There's nothing at all to worry about. And indeed, there was nothing there, and if there's anything in these parts of the map, then in the highly unlikely chance that there's something there, I'll get to it in a future video, but I would be willing to bet money that there's nothing in those tiny spots of the map. And the last place that we can portal to is Freehaven. There's a well right there in the center. I guess everyone's missing a bit of health, so we can have everyone drink. And let's just walk around. There was this well, which I think gave us permanent strength, which we've already had a drink from. And let's walk around and see if we can find any other fountains or wells in the main part of the city. I guess let's go to the eastern part first, because if we start going towards the south, then that'll lead us to other parts of this area. Again, I'm ducking in between buildings as well, just in case there's a well hidden away somewhere. Let's consult the map. A well would be a dot of about this size. This fountain is even harder to spot because it doesn't have, or it has a very hard to detect blue tinge to it. And what do we have to the left? We have this part of the map with a well that summoned fire archers. And is there any part of the map that looks like it might have a well or a fountain? This might be a well or a fountain, or maybe it's the obelisk. We'll check it out. But before that, let's go to this part. Maybe we can drink from the pools outside this guild of water. Alright. I broke my rule. I said I would walk. So let's walk. Let's walk. What time is it? It's 3:31 p.m. 19th January. Alright, what have we here? This one will make you drunk. And sadly, I don't think there's any spell that cures you from being drunk other than divine intervention, which would be, you know, a ridiculous amount of overkill. Does this show up at all? Does not look like it. Huh. Since I don't like being drunk, let's just quickly go to New Sarpagal and fix that up. And
Can we assist you?
sure,
Luck be with
I guess
you.
we can go to Freehaven and check out that dot on the map that I said I would. And I'm pretty sure I saved after... Yeah, these are fire archers that spawned from this well, I'm pretty sure. But just to be on the safe side, let's spawn another group of them. Luckily, their fireballs will not harm civilians. It's actually a lot of fun, just bopping them kind of whack-a-mole style. Somebody interrupted Roderick while he was celebrating. Alright, just a couple more. Even without buffs. I mean, I guess we've slowly accumulated some buffs from the fountains we've been drinking from, and most of those have gone to Roderick just because he's first in the party order.
Yeah.
Alright. Now I said I'd see what this dot is. I think it might be the obelisk. Oh no, isn't... Hang on. Isn't this the obelisk? Maybe I should No, I think this might be the monolith or one of the dungeons. Yeah, no, that's a dungeon. So I think that spot in the southwest is probably going to be an obelisk. But let's just confirm. Oh. Oh, whoa, whoa. Lost my spot on the keyboard for a moment, but I quickly got it back, and indeed that was the obelisk. Alright. Now we are into the regions that we can only access via beacon. Let's start out with sweet water, I guess, because I don't even know if it's gonna have any fountains, to be honest. I mean, it's got something over there, something over here, over there. Actually, no, I think it does have a few fountains. So let's see what's going on with these. And, oh, they still have water in them, too. Again, let's save, just in case something awful happens. Plus 50 to all 7 statistics temporarily. That's actually a really good buff. I mean, like, sure, I mean, we're not going to be doing too much combat, but why not? It's such a cool little buff that we might as well take it while it lasts. It doesn't really compare to our own Day of the Gods, but it's a cool thing to get just for free, and this was the obelisk. Let's look at the map. This looks like it might be a fountain. But before we go there, let's go to the ruins of this town, and as I suspected, there's a well in here. What does this well do for us? Save our game, just in case something awful happens. Drink it. And all it does, seemingly, is poison and damage you. So, that is good to know in case you were planning on drinking from this thing. Okay. And you guys have lost so much health. How have you taken that much more damage? Huh, that is odd. Anyway, shared life is gonna fix that up. But did we get a note for that? You know, the fact that it damages you as well. Seems like something that I would at least want to note down. But again, doesn't seem like it. Because we got this note from Sweetwater. And it seems that the notes are grouped by area. So all the Dragon Sand ones are together. The Whitecap ones are together. And for Sweetwater, we only got... I have to keep scrolling to find it. God, I've already lost it. Here we go. This one is the only one we have for Sweetwater. Hang on. Hang on. I'm a bit confused because I noticed one thing. The notes that it had about the... Okay. The other note for the other thing in Snurgle's Iron Mines was on the other page. I thought, shouldn't we have two notes for that? Indeed, we did have two notes. The other one was just on another page, and I was scrolling the wrong way. What was I going after now? I was going after this. Alright, let's set ourselves down once again. Alright. This will also do heavy damage and poison you, which I don't think we need to mess with more than once. Let's actually cast a couple of power cures. And even another shared life. That's fixed everyone up. Again, if there's some trick to these fountains, let me know, because I can't seem to find anything. And there's nothing in the ruins of this inn. Okay, so that's this area. We did this one, and the well over here. Maybe there's something in front of the hive. Let's quickly check over there. Unfortunately, it's so high up that you hit the altitude limit for the fly spell. Ah, see, I'm glad I came up here because there is a fountain. Now, what does this one do? It will also poison you. And then not do anything else. You know what? I am perplexed enough by this that I'm actually gonna look it up. Because 3 different fountains that all poison and not do anything else seems a bit odd. So let me just get my phone. It'll just be a moment. Alright. I've gotten my phone, and I'm just gonna quickly, or as quickly as I can, go to the section on this page for Sweetwater. Here we go, okay. You see, the only fountain that this walkthrough notes is the one that gives you the temporary stats. And it doesn't make any mention of the others at all. Which I assume means that, at least according to this walkthrough, they couldn't find any hidden secret about them. So we'll assume for now that there's nothing. It just occurred to me that when the time comes to go to Paradise Valley, it's gonna be tough. You know what, let's actually do Paradise Valley right now. Alright, let's see, are there fountains in here? Because there might actually not be. This looks like it might be something, but I think it's just a spot of terrain. Well, we could fly there just to confirm. And this, I think, is the obelisk, and we'll do a quick flyby over the town. This is going to be the one place where I'm breaking my rule of, well, while we're here, let's get a quick free full heal from the Temple of Ba. Again, careful not to accidentally donate. And, whoop. Let's lift off before anything happens. Okay, yeah, that is indeed the obelisk. And we were checking out this spot on the map, which is all the way... Yeah, that is indeed not a thing. And if we go through town... I'll actually go ground level just for the sake of seeing what all is in the town, and we can deal with any stuff that gets broken. Alright, I'm not seeing any wells. Let's quickly consult the map. Nor am I seeing any dot that looks like it could be a well or a fountain. One thing that I'm going to do before I leave this map is that I have encountered glitches where sometimes corpses of enemies that you kill will disappear. And the gold dragon corpse that we killed should have been somewhere in this part of the map. Because it isn't showing up, I'm actually gonna load my autosave from before we went. Because I don't want to save an instance of the game where that one gold dragon body has vanished, because it'll be a while before we're able to have this area reset, and that is the only gold dragon we have for now. Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna go back there and confirm that this guy's body is still there. I know this is a weird tangent to be taking this video on, but it is important for you to know the kinds of glitches that you can encounter in this game. And see, this time, the body of the gold dragon did spawn correctly. Okay, so sometimes you just need to load your saved game. Alright, so there's nothing in Paradise Valley. We've just confirmed that. Let's now go to the eel-infested waters, because there should be a few things here, right? Yeah, there are a couple things over there. We'll have to fly over there. It is getting kind of late. Although, we should have a bit of time before it gets really dark. Alright, is there I should be walking, not only because it makes things a bit more immersive, but also because you notice stuff on the ground. And I suppose one thing I should do quickly is I'll actually check on the walkthrough whether they make mention of any wells in Paradise Valley. And they don't. Or at least let me look one last time. Oh, there is a fountain. There is a fountain in Paradise Valley. We'll get to it after we deal with the fountains here in the eel-infested waters. I'm glad I checked, because I was focusing on the town, but there was one that was by the hills. That's where I should have been looking. And let's... Okay, so this is the obelisk. This is the shrine, I'm guessing, yes? If we go further to the west, there is a fountain, and I think there's one to the east as well. So what does this one do? It gives us temporary resistances, which is good to know. Okay, and to the east we have this place. If we keep on going further east, we hop across a couple more islands, and indeed we found another fountain. Did we open this chest?
Got it.
We didn't!
Very nice. Oh!
Alright, sure. I'll take that. We can enchant that as well. But more importantly, I guess let's wait for Zoltan to recover and save again. Get this fountain. All it says is refreshing. Now I'm just gonna check on the map for the eel-infested waters whether it is indicating anything special about that fountain. And it keeps taking me to the wrong spot. Just slightly off from where I need to be, because they've got everything on one page and the links are just taking me to different spots on the same page, but some of them seem to be a bit... So it's telling me that this fountain should be giving temporary magic resistance. Maybe it's not giving it because our magic resistance is already high. So let's actually rest and heal. And save in a different slot. This time, it gave temporary magic resistance. Like it's supposed to. Okay. And... let's wait for it to become brighter. Cast our spells again. We're now on the 20th. Now let's go to... Sweetwater... was it? No, we wanted to go to Paradise Valley because there was something that I had overlooked. Let's see if we can see it on the map. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Apparently it's somewhere in here is the fountain. So let's see if we can find it. So nothing there. Nothing there. Huh. Did I read the wrong thing? Let me check, just to make sure I'm not wasting everybody's time. Oh, it's telling me there's a fountain behind the Temple of Ba. Is there, though? Is it up here? I'm at a loss because one of the guides I'm looking at is telling me that there should be a fountain there. Let me look at a different map. Okay, this different map doesn't mention anything about a fountain. Or does it? Okay, no. The fountain is here, I'm being told. So maybe either I was reading the map wrong, or perhaps the map was labeled wrong. Being told, okay, there is a fountain. And this one should just give us healing. Oh no, plus 10 power temporary. Alright. I'm just going to go into turn-based mode just to freeze the game. Not freeze the game, but pause the game and ponder my next move. Let's skip your turn, and you can take us to our next destination. Sure, let's do Bootleg Bay, even though I'm sure we've already seen everything. Actually, you know what, let's do Castle Iron Fist first. Again, these guys are gonna be around because the area has reset, and let's take a look at the map. There are a couple fountains over here, there are a couple fountains over here. Are there others around? I think there might be a couple of wells around this area as well. So what we should do is we should head for the main city. Yeah, that's what we will do. And see, there's a well right over there. Let's descend. Alright. What does this well do? I need to check something. Is the gold dragon's body still in here? Because in all my single-minded searching for the fountain, I failed to, it's possible that the body of the gold dragon has vanished, in which case I will just accept that we've lost it. Oh no, yeah, see, I think, oh no, it's there. Phew, it's there. It's by these two red dragons. Okay, false alarm, okay. Let's make sure we're on the ground. I don't know why this well isn't doing anything. Maybe it just doesn't do anything, right? That's fair enough. Let's drink from these. 10 speed, what do you do? 10 accuracy, and let's go. Oh, wrong one. Let's go here. We don't really care about these guys. That restores hit points. And I think that's all it does. Yeah, it looks like it. And let's take a look at the map. And while we are here, I will even consult this walkthrough map and see what they make note of. So I mean, they mark this well on the map, but don't say that it does anything. so maybe this well indeed doesn't do anything? It's possible. And the only fountains that they talk about in this area are the three that we just interacted with. The speed, accuracy, and the healing one. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. Now, let's go to Bootleg Bay. I think we'll do Creekspire last, because it has some interesting things. And over here was a well that poisoned us without doing anything interesting. We'll just remove that poison. And we'll quickly jump around, see what else is going on. I think we've had a drink from all of these, but we'll just do it again. I think these ones were the permanent stat boost ones that we had to come to. Why are you still poisoned? I thought I cured you. Yeah, see, these ones we had to come with the low stats to get the boost. And if we go below, we'll find the other one. And on the mainland, we'll find ones that will actually do some stuff. Yeah. If we look at our notes and find Bootleg Bay. So the north one gave intellect. And the south one gave personality. Again, I was scrolling the wrong way. Alright, alright. Now let's quickly take a look at the fountains on the mainland. The Fountain of Magic should be here. If you look at our notes, I don't know. I mean, this is the Fountain of Magic, and it restores spell points. I don't think we got a note for that. Or if we do... Yeah, see, it's not showing up in the Bootleg Bay notes. I'm looking through in case I see something that says 20 spell points restored. But I'm not finding anything like that. Ten spell points. Yeah, and we're right at the beginning. Near the Goblin's Tooth. Hang on, excuse me? The Goblin's Tooth? Wasn't that, this place? Before we investigate that, I'm just gonna look around here, or was that this thing? This is the temporary might. So then what is... Oh, okay, this is the Goblin's Tooth. Alright. Alright, that makes sense. So that's this area done with. Let's also now go to... I said we were saving Creekspire for last, so let's go to... the Mire of the Damned. Why not? And... for this one, I'm gonna look up where the things are on the map, just to save some time. Just because there are gonna be harpies, and I don't want to be unnecessarily flying around. Alright. let's see. What I'm being told is that the only fountain here is the one that gives you endurance if your endurance is below 15. So it's good that I checked, otherwise I would have gotten myself poisoned for no reason. So I'm being told that this right here is the only fountain in the region. And we can see that glancing over the map shows there's really nothing else. This is, I think, one of Snurgle's things. Snurgle's iron mines. This is the obelisk, and I think this is the shrine. The only other place a fountain could be is over here, but we've walked around. Let's walk around again. And for something like this, we're gonna have to fly just because of what a labyrinth it is. And trying to look down. There we go. And yeah, no fountain, no fountain. So the only one, let's find it in our notes, is see if we can find it on this list. The Mire of the Damned. It should be the one that says 2 endurance. Yep, was that this one? Yeah. 2 points of permanent endurance from the fountain in the south of the Mire of the Damned. Alright, so that's that done. Do you want to take us anywhere else? Yeah, we could go to Hermit's Isle. I think there's only one fountain there as well, which we've already interacted with. Indeed, there's only one over there. So let's confirm that as well with a quick look at the walkthrough map. And indeed, we're being told that there's only one fountain over there, and that is the one removing unnatural aging. And we've already got a note for that, which we've looked at. Now let's go to Dragon Sand. Again, we've already interacted with all of the fountains. There are 3. I'm not gonna go to them again because 2 of them will eradicate us. Instead, I'm gonna just look over my fountain notes. Okay, here are the 3. Permanent boosts to your resistances and permanent boosts to all of your statistics. These are the 2 that will eradicate you. These are the ones on the East Island and on the South Island. The one on the Northwest Island will just restore hit points. And that's interesting because when you drink from this one, I think it said temporary hit points, but I think that's probably a typo because a lot of the fountains give temporary stat bonuses, so that probably by habit somebody typed that out. But what it's really doing is it's just healing you, and indeed the fountain note confirms that. Now finally, we want to go to Kriegspire, which is the last place. And let me pull up where it is on this walkthrough map. Excuse me, just give me a moment. Okay, Kriegspire should have a couple of fountains on it. Okay, I see. Now, let's start out. This doesn't do anything. I should have probably saved before trying to interact with that, but it turned out fine. Let's start out with this fountain over here. Save in front of it. Excuse me? It should be giving magic resistance. Or have we already had a drink from this? Silver Cove, Freehaven, Icewind, Stromgarde, Whitecap, Dragonsand, Blackshire, this is also Blackshire, Hermit's Isle, Paradise Valley, Sweetwater, Snurgle, Sewer. I'm not seeing... Let me try something, let me rest. And then drink from this. Huh. Maybe the walkthrough map is incorrect. Because as far as I can tell, I'm not gaining any resistances from that, unless I did it in the wrong order, and it only gives you the resistances if your magic resistance is below a certain level. Huh. Yeah, that's odd, because every walkthrough I'm looking at says this should give... Oh, temporary magic resistance, is it? No, that was from something else. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drink from it. Now let's check our notes. Is there an entry for Kriegspire? Because doesn't look like it. I'm gonna cycle through all of them just because huh. You infested. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load my save from before we did anything, and now I'm gonna go to Kriegspire. Let's rest until the morning. Let's try drinking from this fountain again. And if it gives us a bonus, it'll mean that it works. Huh. It works. Why is it not working here? That is really odd. That is really, really odd. I'm gonna have to do something about this. Let me see, what else was giving us magic resistance? Hang on, I'm just gonna put this game on pause, and when we come back, I will have done something about this. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Alright. Against my expectations, I actually managed to find out what was going on. As you can see, I loaded my game, I ran around and got as many of the fountains as I could. What I suspected was happening was that one fountain was mistakenly marking this one as already being drunk from, or like it was mistakenly flagging that your characters had had a drink from this. Like one fountain was flagging two different things, was my suspicion. So I found out which fountain was doing it. Before we do that, let's confirm on this save game that this is working the way that it should be. Alright. Now I'm gonna load the game again. Again, this is the game in which here in Kriegspire we are able to correctly get the bonus. Now let's go to Blackshire, where, by the way, I don't think I've shown what this one does. The central fountain in Blackshire, all it does is it restores your spell points. So, and sure, let's drink from that, get the 50 temporary luck. So what I found was this fountain here, which all it's supposed to do is give you temporary, or no, permanent endurance, or I think intellect and personality, or some unrelated statistic. Let's see what, if you drink from it, you get 5 intellect and personality permanent. But if you then go to Kriegspire, let's cure you with cure disease, I think, yes. If we then go back to this fountain, you'll notice Alexis gets the bonus, but Serena, who drank from that other fountain in Blackshire, does not. Now, obviously, this is a bit of a conundrum, meaning I don't know if it works the other way. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to have 3 people drink from this fountain. Everybody except for Serena. And I'm gonna resurrect the others. Then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna... Oh god, such a long recovery time for this. Such a long recovery time from resurrection. I'm still waiting. Almost feels like the game's paused. But while we're waiting, I'll say, then I'm gonna go back to Blackshire and I'm gonna see if this overwrites that fountain as well. Like if it's a two-way glitch. So for this, we're gonna have to use our town portal to go back to Blackshire. Such an unexpected little bug that I have stumbled across. And if this bug exists, it should be just in the native version of the game, because all I'm doing is running the GOG version, and I don't think it adds too much beyond just some interface changes. I don't think it would have done anything to the scripting of the game. Where even do I want to save? Let's save over there. Now, yeah, see, it's a two-way glitch. So one person is gonna have to drink from this fountain. Yep. So I guess we'll have Serena drink from it. Now let's check our notes and confirm that we have an entry for, yes, 10 points of permanent magic resistance from the fountain north of the Dragon Tower in Kriegspire. We have this entry. And if we go back to Blackshire, our notes from Blackshire, where are they? That's Silver Cove. That's Mar of the Dam. That's Freehaven. That's Whitecap. Oh, here we go. Here's the Blackshire stuff. Permanent magic resistance from... This was the one that I was expecting to be the conflict, but it's not. It's something totally unrelated. This is from the Temple of the Snake, and these other two temporary bonuses from Blackshire. Alright, with that done, let's now cure everybody's weakness, because I don't think there are going to be any more instances of like eradication or raising dead. At least I don't think so. Alright. And now let's finally go back to Creekspire. I know it's night now, and I loaded my old save and didn't waste any time. I just flew straight to the fountains which I needed to get to. Let's go back to Creekspire, because there are a couple other fountains that we need to drink from. Starting with this one. Let me save in this slot. This one is supposed to give you a plus 30 temporary level and spawn monsters, but I haven't actually gotten it to spawn the monsters correctly, and I think that's my game bugging out, because I do believe other people who have played have said that monsters should be spawning. There's one other well here in Creekspire. This one has the most interesting effect of all. If you drink from it, it will teleport you into Castle Creekspire. And as far as I can tell, there's no way to get back. Let's not spend too much time in Creekspire's castle. Let's instead go to this well over here. Do we get a note for that though? Let me check. For the teleporting well. 10 points of permanent magic resistance? No, we only get the 30 temporary levels. Okay. Let's save here. And let's drink from this final well. This one does something I think is pretty useless. It will take away 5,000 gold and give 5,000 experience, which you might seem like, oh, here's a way to get infinite experience. But here's the problem. For you to give each character 25,000 experience, you would need to spend 100,000 gold. Meaning the costs would very quickly add up for an amount of experience that in the late stage of the game is not even that much. And before I leave, I think there might be a fountain by Castle Creekspire. I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way. I think this is the... Oh no, this is a fountain. Let's see what this one does. Again, saving our game. Okay, elemental resistance is permanent. This one seems to be working properly. So, I was wrong. There is gonna be another case of the dead needing to be raised, and the other the other things that go along with that. All right. Alright, so everyone has had a drink from this. Let me just confirm that by wiping the entire party. Okay. Indeed, everyone has had a drink. You're gonna have to cast Fly again. So that means we should have 3 notes for Creekspire. Alright, now we're just gonna check the area by Castle Creekspire. I don't know if there's gonna be a fountain here, but we're just gonna check. There is, so that was good. Is this also going to kill us? Is the question? No. It just gives temporary armor class. Okay. 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 Now then, I think we are close to being done with this video. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go here and before I end off this video, I am going to just put this video on pause and just to make sure that I've gotten all of the notes that I need. I think I have, but I'm just gonna check. So I'm gonna put things on pause and I will talk to you in a bit. Alright, I think I've gotten all of them. I'm just gonna go through the whole list. So there are 3 in New Sarpegal, and there are 4 in Mist. There are 3 in Castle... excuse me? What? Am I going the wrong way? Okay. There are 3 in Castle Iron Fist. Let me start from the top, because I keep going the wrong way, so you need to hit this one to go forward rather than this one, which is kind of backwards for me. So there are these 3 in New Sarpegal. There are these 4 in Mist. There are these 3 in Castle Iron Fist. This is a bit confusing because it says it's in the arena, and there is actually a place here called the arena where you do arena combat. This isn't talking about that. This is talking about a different place. I'll quickly show you. It's the place where you get teleported to from the main region. You get teleported into an area, and I'll just quickly show you. It's this place, and I guess they call it an arena because of the way it's shaped. So it's talking about this thing, restoring some of your health. So let's talk about the rest of those. Then there are these 3 in Bootleg Bay. It doesn't mention the one, the Fountain of Magic, that restores 20 spell points. While we're on the subject of Bootleg Bay, one of the lists I saw on the internet said that there was a well that gives you permanent stat boosts, but which also poisons you, and I don't think that is correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save this. I'll save this here, why not? Because I've gotten all of my bonuses. And I'm going to load a really old save. This is the save from ages ago before we ever went to Paradise Valley. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load my beacon from Bootleg Bay. Because even this early in the game, and the only thing it could be referring to, I think, is this. Which is the only thing I've found that poisons you. And it doesn't do that effect. So either that list was wrong, or it's conflicting with some other fountain. And that one I'm prepared to let go if it hasn't... If it is indeed a thing and it hasn't triggered properly, I'm prepared to let that one go. Let's go through the remainder of this list. We were now talking after Bootleg Bay about the Silver Cove area. There are these 3 over there. There was only 1 in the Mire of the Damned. There are these 2 in Freehaven. There are these 5 in the Frozen Highlands region. There are these 3 in Dragonsand. There are these 4 in Blackshire. There are these 4 in Creekspire. It's not counting the one that teleports you. there is this one from the Superior Temple of Ba. There was this one in Hermit's Isle, this one in Paradise Valley, this one in Sweetwater. There are these two in Snurgle's Iron Mines, and one in the sewer, the Freehaven sewers. Now, if I've missed any in indoor locations that I've been to already, feel free to point it out, because I don't think even these two were mentioned in a lot of the online lists, because it's I guess it's an obscure thing. It's in an indoor location where you don't often have fountains, and in an optional one to boot, because you don't need to finish that quest. You don't need Master Axe in order to beat the game. So with that done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Blackshire, and I'm going to park myself out here, because finally I think it's time to call an end to this video, which ended up being a lot longer and more intense than I thought it would be, especially the thing of finding out what glitch was going on, preventing us from getting the Kriegspire one. Just to confirm that this is the correct save where we have it, I'll go over to Kriegspire, and you can see we do have that one noted, and if we go back to Blackshire, we'll know that we have this one as well. This Fountain North was this one. We had to split those two between our party, so these three got the magic resist, Serena got the intellect and personality. But anyway, that's enough about that. We've investigated all the fountains and done some troubleshooting as well, unintentionally, over the course of the video as well. So it's been surprisingly productive. What I am gonna do now, though, is it is time to bring things to an end. Next video, what we're gonna do is I don't think I don't think hunting down fountains is as relaxing as this video was. I don't think that counts as enough of an accomplishment, just because maybe people don't care that much about filling out these notes. So next video we're gonna do something actually legitimately meaningful. What we're gonna do is we are finally going to solve the obelisk puzzle, meaning we're gonna find all 15 obelisks, and then we are going to crack the code and solve the puzzle. And of course I know how to solve it, but I'm gonna be doing it in a non-spoiler way, meaning I'll get all the obelisks, but for people who want to solve it themselves, I will be doing it in a very kind of... I'll be announcing ahead of time when I'll be saying what the solution is, so that people who don't want the spoiler can look away. So that's how things are gonna go in the next episode. Before we do that, though, we'll be doing some training. We'll gain as many levels as we can in the Wolf's Den. I think this only goes up to 100. And I think we'll have even more levels to gain after that, but we are only interested in a few levels for now, because the main thing I want to do is I want to take Zoltan up to Dark Magic 30. But anyway, that's all about what the next video is going to be. Actually, you know what? I don't want to put that in the next video, because I want next video to be dedicated entirely to obelisks. So let me just save the game again. Let me do this training in this video. And as you can see, we can only go up to level 100. And training is very expensive indeed. Straight away I'm gonna go to Zoltan. Already the bulk of his skill points have been used up. I'm also gonna take Serena. She can't quite hit 30 light magic just yet. So we were raising your skills like this. And you... I'm actually gonna hold on to the rest of your skills for now. One thing I am gonna do though is before we end this video, I'm gonna confirm something and show you something. So let's cast Wizard Eye. Let's cast Fly. Let's save our game again. Let's cast a beacon to take us back to Paradise Valley. Let's find that gold dragon corpse once again. Hopefully it's still there. I don't think this area will have reset. We should have plenty of time left. Let's hope that dragon is still hanging around where we killed it. Indeed, I already see it on the map. What I'm going to do is, I am going to... probably may already have guessed what I'm here to do. I'm going to bring it back to life. To show you that finally Zoltan has a high enough skill in
Yes.
dark magic that he is able to resurrect gold dragons, which are the strongest creature in the game. Alright. And to end off this video, I'm just gonna kill this gold dragon again. And then fly somewhere safe. The only reason I'm doing this is because all of our people have the repair skill, so I can just
Fixed.
repair things like that. It's also a pretty good indication of what it's like to fight a gold dragon in a somewhat fair way. And it's a bit of a prelude to something that we're going to be seeing in a future video. I'm not going to say exactly what. It's going to be a surprise. So let's just kill this dude.
I've repaired it.
Okay. There we go. And I almost looted it by reflex. Need to make sure we don't. Need to make sure we leave it there. We're still in January. The month hasn't gone over to the next month, so that's good. We're just gonna...
Can we assist you?
Just gonna grab a heal, and we will be starting our hunt for the obelisks next video in New Sarpagol. So that's what we're gonna do next time. We're gonna find every obelisk, and we're gonna solve the obelisk puzzle. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll join me for the next one. So until then, take care.